college football playoff schedules come out. Why do you love it? Why do you hate it? I'm going to go ahead and say I was at a New Year's Eve party, and the Georgia game was on, Georgia-Ohio State game, and it was New Year's Eve, and we all know that the clock struck midnight right about the time that game was decided. Stop having the stupid game on New Year's Eve, because by nature of our society, half the people don't care, because most, no offense to you, Rebecca, most are not big-time college football. Most females are not big-time college football fans. And they would rather go out and enjoy a New Year's Eve evening, as I would, and I'm male, as opposed to having to watch the clock and watch the game. And they're trying to turn this into a tradition, like the NFL on Thanksgiving, like the NBA on Christmas Day. It's stupid. Stop. Don't do that. Otherwise, I'm fine with the college football playoff schedule.
Dave, we're going to break. I'm okay with one New Year's Eve game. Now, I'm with you with the two. The two is annoying. No. But the one, it's not going to end at midnight. It'll end around 9:30, 10, as long as you do it at like 7 o'clock, 10, or maybe 7 to 10:30 time, and then you can enjoy it. I gotta be honest, I kind of disagree with you on this, because New Year's Eve, look, the tradition of college football, you're right. It's Thanksgiving for the NFL. It's New Year's Day for college football. We all agree with that. But there was always, remember back in the day before the college football playoff, before the build up to the epic New Year's Day games, there was always that one New Year's Eve game that you wanted to watch. There was always that one thrilling New Year's Eve game. It used to be the Fiesta Bowl in the 70s and the 80s. It became the Peach Bowl later. I mean, it was a nice build up, like just one game. So they're saying, okay, one game for New Year's Eve, 3 for New Year's Day. Guys, New Year's Day bowl games are back. New Year's Day football's back. This is the best part of it.
No, but here's the thing. It could be even more back, but we're trying to protect these bowl games. So put one of the bowl games on New Year's Eve and put both of the semifinals on January the 1st. At one point, Tennessee...
quarterfinals, because the semifinals are actually now...
Quarterfinals, yes. Yes. So at one point, I can remember covering Tennessee in the Peach Bowl, and there was no media availability on January the 1st, and I think they played on the 2nd.
Oh, so I remember that. That was Clausen's last game.
Yeah, so I got done with my work on Friday, drove home just so I could watch New Year's Day bowl games back to back to back, and we smoked a bunch of meat, and we had the smoker running with my friends and my wife back in Knoxville. And then I drove back on the 2nd to go cover the game, because January 1st meant that much to me. It would mean that much again if they put the quarterfinal games on January the 1st. Make it a tradition like it once was. New Year's Eve is absolutely stupid.
Well, wait, 3 of the 4 quarterfinal games are on January the 1st.
Go ahead and make it 4 of 4.
Yeah, but they don't want any, here's the thing they don't want. They don't want any games running at the same time for these playoff games. So if you can't feasibly have 4 games in a day that they don't overlap. So what your argument would be, and I'm receptive to this, rather than make it New Year's Eve, have one game play on January the 2nd.
That's cool. Yeah, primetime game. That way, a primetime game, it doesn't matter if it's a Sunday, a Monday, or what day it is.
Okay, I could get with that. And then the December, make all these random New Year's Day games that we kind of like that are prestigious bowls but not part of the playoff. Make all those on December the 31st. So it's like if it's your team, you can watch it, and if not, you can just casually have it on and not really care. And then set New Year's Day aside specifically for the playoff games. You agree with me on that? No other games, just those playoff games on New Year's Day. That makes New Year's Day epic and legendary, to quote Barney from How I Met Your Mother.
I can roll with that. And I don't want to know if you watched How I Met Your Mother, because that's a bad show.
I did like How I Met Your Mother. I'm not going to lie. Okay, but we actually have to bring up the dates for everybody, because I think there's a lot of things they did right for this. For those who don't know, the first round games will be played at campus sites and will take place Friday, December the 20th and Saturday, December the 21st. That's 2 weeks after the conference championship games. 1 week after the Army-Navy game, which does not deserve its own day. But
yes, it does. Yes, it does. So we're not taking a 56-day break as we did one year, or it was like 46 days or something stupid between the championship week and the championship game. The conference championship week and then the actual championship game. I'm all good for that. Bingo, bango.
actually meaningful football in December for college. Finally, like I think you and I have both had a problem with the fact that the college football just concedes the month of December, just gives it up basically, which is stupid.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that change.
So then,
what else we got?
The quarterfinals. So those are going to play. Here's the other question for you. Those are going to be played at campus sites. Do you agree with that, or do you like neutral sites?
Love campus sites. Love campus sites. I love the bye and campus sites because it's reason to go out and play hard in the final week of the season and not just say, hey, this is essentially week 17, 18 of the NFL.
Totally with you on that. My question, the only drawback, and I want to know what you think. Now, this doesn't apply. They do this on Thanksgiving and it doesn't seem to matter, but a lot of schools will be out and students will be home during December 20th and 21st. Do you think that'll have any impact, or do you think it doesn't matter because it's a playoff game and people will drive up for it?
I don't think it matters. I can't think of a single school that could be in the running that they wouldn't pack a stadium for.
True. And imagine how epic it would be if, like, your last day of school is that Friday and then you got a playoff game that night.
Yeah. Use your student loan money to get a hotel room. Like me, I used my student loan money to buy a $4,000 television. I remember it was $4,500. I didn't know I could get a student loan because I was fortunate enough to get some financial benefits going to school. And I realized I could get a student loan my last semester, and it was $5,200. I remember it. And they actually gave me the check, and I was like, holy Hannah. And I immediately went and bought a $4,500 television. And it was 250 pounds because it was the glass tube. It was a Mitsubishi. That's what you need to do with your student loan money is you need to get a hotel and stay around campus because they kick you out of the dorms, and you need to watch your team play in the quarterfinals.
I think the colleges will be smart logistically and let people stay in their dorms if the quarterfinals are going on and they were out of school. The way Alabama canceled school the day of the national championship that they're in, which is smart because nobody's going to be in class the next day really, so they cancel school the day of and day after. I think the smart thing for colleges is just to say if our college is in the quarterfinals or in that first round and they're hosting a game, we'll allow you to stay on campus in the dorm until the day after.
They're not going to do that.
Sounds good. Okay, so the next round of games is New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and that's where you get to the New Year's 6 bowls. All 6 bowls: rose, sugar, cotton, orange, fiesta, and peach. How the Peach Bowl got to be part of these other 5 legendary bowls, I don't know. I still think that's the greatest finesse of all time.
Cash money. The Peach Bowl has a lot of clout. Has some big time money people on their board.
I believe that. That's how they turned Atlanta into the college football hub more than any other.
I think the SEC office might move to Atlanta at one point. J-Mac said, according to last year's hypothetical playoff scenario, Tennessee would have played Kansas State, and that would have been in Neyland. Is that right? Do we know that off the top of our heads? And then
they would have played the 11 seed because they would have been the number 6 seed.
Yeah. While Caleb's looking, so that's correct. While Caleb's looking, or he did look that up. So yeah, that's absolutely correct.